When you talked about Clubhouse, I remember when you had the welcome party, I came into that room. In fact, it was so packed I couldn't get in. I had to text you on the side.
text me,
Somebody put me in the room. And you were having a serious conversation with Connie Orlando, who's one of the executives over at BET.
Correct.
Part of Viacom. I recently left Viacom because I felt like they had lost their direction in really creating culturally conscious content with people who have their fingers on the pulse of the culture, like a me or you.
Correct.
You were having a really honest conversation with her that I didn't expect a BET to have in public. You know what I mean? Because like we know we don't argue in front of company. We don't talk about our shit.
Right.
And I really respected how you navigated this conversation where you got Connie, and I love Connie Orlando.
Absolutely.
To be very open and honest about where they may fall short.
Right.
I've always said that BET should be the place where the culture really thrives.
Absolutely.
But it can't be driven by the fear of Bible thumpers showing up to shut down your network because it doesn't align with their Christian views or something.
You got it.
You were having this conversation with her, and then now out of that, there's been press that you're going to be doing something.
The whole BET situation jumped off just like this. I tweeted something out, and it went crazy on Twitter, and everyone was agreeing. And I was like, man, and it reached to BET, and then when I got on
What did you say?
I said, you know, I miss the BET that I grew up on, the BET that was really in tune to the culture, very important to the culture. And then I tweeted, when has it been cool for us to say, I ain't watched it in a year and a half?
Damn.
Like, these are people that are close to me, my peers saying this, like, oh, well, Bow, I haven't watched it since you hosted it last. And I'm like, well, I understand why, because there's no content on there for us. And when I thought about that, I'm like, man, that's really an issue. Like, that's a problem for people to be saying that. Like, it wasn't cool when I came in the game to say that about BET, because BET was that key for me. It made me. I don't think I would have been the artist that I am today if it wasn't for BET, right? So BET always holds this special place in my heart closely. And if no one's gonna do anything about it, why are we about to let something so iconic just die, right? BET to me is like a precious rose. We gotta water it, make sure it's straight, it's getting the right seeds and all that. So I said, well, if no one's gonna do it, it's time for me to boss up and do it. And it just played into the whole, me getting my flowers now, me becoming, oh, he's the young GOAT for our generation, our Bow's the legend, so it's time for me to put my big boy pants on and really, you know, walk the walk. And I reached out and we connected the dots. We hopped on the Clubhouse. That's where we started from. Got you in on there. You said a couple of things that was key. And pretty much just, they needed to hear that from the people that are outside
of the
building.
bubble. Yeah.
There you go. They need to hear that because we are the people that's tuned in. We're the culture changers and shifters. They need to hear that because, you know, you get in the office, you be up there for so long, you really ain't in the clubs. You're not tapped in. And that's okay. We understand that. But you need to have something that's keeping you tapped in. So it really bothered me more on a passionate level. And from the Clubhouse conversation, Connie kept her word and said, well, from here on, we need to build and let's get this thing going. And that's what we did. And we've been having some great talks since then, and things are moving forward. So we're looking to do something very special this year, 2021.
So when I left Viacom, I had said something in an interview with Black Enterprise where I said, like, Black Lives Matter, Black brands matter, and investing in Black, buying Black is hot right now. Like with the whole Black Lives Matter movement, this is the right time for Black people to guilt white people in the
Absolutely.
And Black ownership being important too. Do you, like, now I've been kind of saying this thing where, like, I feel like they need to give us more ownership. When Bob Johnson owned it, it was Black owned from the top to the bottom.
Right.
Now there has been a shift where you have Chris, who's a white man. You have, it's under the veil of Viacom, where these are white people that own the Black network for all of us Black people to thrive on. How do we get back to ownership of our own and invest in our own? Like, why do we have a clubhouse that's not owned by Black people? Why don't we have our own clubhouse?
I mean, that's a good question. I mean, that definitely is a good question. And I think that we're getting better with it, though. I think that we're definitely getting better with it. And we're getting smart with it, too. And, that's just how I feel. You look at cats that's really coming out from their mom's basement or wherever they're living at with mom and, learning how to do all of this stuff. And the resources are there. The resources are there. And I want to say this, even, not even just in the music game, but even in business. Like I mentioned, my man Larry Morrow, Black business owner in New Orleans, has his own restaurant. Everything in Atlanta, pretty much, some of the best restaurants in this city, Black owned, right? And I think that
Lemuel Plummer with Zeus Network.
You see what I'm saying? So you know, it is understanding our power. It is understanding that we are the culture. It's us. We shift and shape everything that goes on. I'm in STK having a meeting dinner with my lawyer. We just chopping it up, just just a get together, and I'm hearing every trap rapper in STK. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, so I think
Yeah, but sometimes it'd be the restaurants we can't get in, but when you get in, we're making it hot. We're the hot sauce.
True.
Like,
And then that's why you get some of these rappers that say, okay, then it. You don't want me here, I'm gonna go buy my own and make my own restaurant, which they do. 2 Chainz, black owner. Candy Burrs, black owner, her own restaurant. James Harden in Houston, 13, black owned restaurant. You know what I'm saying? So trust me, it's getting better and we're getting smarter too. It's not all about buying the cars, buying the jewelry, it's about investing. And it's about, like you said, it's about ownership. It's about owning things, taking back our and, you know, doing what we supposed to be doing.
see, and one of the things I love about you as a parent too, I saw like when you had flown to LA to have lunch or something with your daughter.
Oh my God.
Who, by the way, is a star.
Yeah,
who,
she's
by the way,
killing
I'm gonna say, I don't know why she's not on Disney yet. I'm a manifester, so when some come out, I just want y'all to know. She has the personality.
She's done 2 big things since COVID.
But is it out yet?
No, but they're coming.
Okay.
With 2 big.
So she'll be on
networks.
Disney or she'll be on Nick or something like that. Because she clearly has a talent. She's pretty and she's smart and she's savvy and all that.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you look at her though, and I know, congratulations, you just had another kid.
Yeah.
When you look at your kids and how you're raising them, are you, and she now clearly has talent. She's going to end up following in your footsteps.
Absolutely.
What are the things that you're preparing her for and what would you warn her about?
For me, what I tell her is if she's ever, well, not now because she kills her reads now when she goes on tape. It's crazy. But before I would just always tell her, like, yo, you a moss. Like, I always instill confidence in my daughter, right? And I'm going to do the same with my little man. It's just to instill the confidence. I feel like confidence is so key, especially in a young woman. Now, I can't tell her nothing. Like I hit her one time and said, baby, what you doing? She hit me back and said, Daddy, I'm on set, I can't talk right now, I'll hit you back later. And I was like, oh, hell no, like, hold up.
She got priorities, she's working.
I get it, but it threw me off. I had to adjust, you know what I'm saying? I had to adjust, but the things I warn her about too is the fact that, you know, everybody's not gonna be your friend. You're gonna run into, you know, a lot of things. And for me, being a father, I'm a protector from a lot of it, you know, and there's gonna be some things that I probably can't be there for at that time because Dad is still out here working too. So, but she's prepared, man. Her mom is doing a wonderful job.
And how do you guys master co-parenting? Because the one thing I never see
easy.
is I don't see you all having.
Oh, me and Joy. Oh man.
Like you and Joy.
It's my dog.
I've never met her. She's very beautiful. And then Nick and Mariah, like everything
It's my
works.
dog. That's my dog. Joy is my dog. So proud of her. Like, it takes time. You know, like that's why I can't wait to put out my last album, Jay. You know, because I
This is where you're talking about all your exes, right?
Nah, I scratched that one. We gonna leave that one.
Why?
It's not really important. This one is more important.
I want to know about the birthday cake Keisha threw at you. Like I want to hear that on a song.
See, I would have probably left that one off. I probably would have left that one off. But it's easy, man. I think with time, you know, not everything is perfect in the beginning, but as we grow and we mature, and you know, no one likes drama.
And then on top of that, your daughter, she's old enough to see it all now. So she'll be on set at Disney where I know she has a job or something. And she'll be seeing it on TikTok or something.
Yeah. So me and Joy like this. Call me just because if she's bored. Same way. That's my dog for life. And she know I'll do anything for her. That's my home. Like that's my home.
But she has a kid now by Future, right?
Correct.
And so now I'm gonna leave that alone.
No, it's all. It's
Well,
family,
no,
it's
because
family.
I mean, she's been able to figure out good co-parenting with you, clearly a support system.
Absolutely.
You guys are raising a star. She's a product of being parented properly. You can tell. And then Future's typically not present from what we see with some of his kids.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Would you support her other kid the same way you support your daughter with her?
Absolutely. Hell yeah, because you got to think, and that was a question I asked Jermaine, right? Because Jermaine has the same exact situation, right? He has Shania, but Shania has a sister. And, you know, Shania's sister is always around, right? So I would always ask Jermaine for that type of advice. Like, you know, I know it's going to be a time where I go to the house and maybe pick up Shy and her little brother might want to come too. how does that work? You know what I mean? You know,
Oh, you actually asked him that?
Absolutely. Like, what's the boundaries? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm coming to you because, you know, Jermaine's my father figure anyway, so I come to him for that type of advice. But I look at it like when the kids are involved, it's just a positive situation. You know what I'm saying? I think if it's all about the kids, it's family orientated. And, you know, I'm prepared for whatever it is in the future that I'm supposed to be prepared for as far as my duty as being the best dad that I can be. So if that's, you know, Shy is 17 years old and her little brother's 9, he want to roll, he want to go to Six Flags, and we have no problem. Let's pack it up and let's move. You know, at the end of the day, it is family, and that's her brother and that's her sister.